Life can leave you sitting in the waiting room sometimes, waiting on your turn, waiting on your breakthrough, waiting on your chance. I know the feeling of not knowing how things are going to turn out. Sitting in the living room, staring at the wall, wondering to yourself, how did I get here? You're praying about your finances, but you see nothing. You're praying about your marriage, but you see nothing. You got a report from the doctor and you're praying for healing, but you see nothing. You have a table full of bills and no job offers, and you're praying for a breakthrough, but you see nothing. But I can tell you from personal experience, when you see nothing, God is up to something. He does some of his best work behind the scenes, because God is not constrained by time or space or circumstance. His ability, his capacity, and his sovereignty have no limitations. And even when you can't see it, he's solving. Even when you can't feel it, he's fixing. But be careful, because the enemy loves to catch us in these moments, to tempt us into thinking that this is it for us, that our lives will be no different than what we can see right now. But because of God's sovereignty and because of God's providence and because he knows both the beginning and the ending, we can trust in the promise that this too shall pass. Our problems are not permanent situations. They're only temporary periods of development, because all things work for my good and his glory. He's not allowing me to go through what I'm going through for nothing. So I'm waiting. And you need to know that while you're waiting on God to give you clarity, waiting on God to give you closure, waiting on God to grant you favor, waiting on God to open a door, while you're in the waiting room, God is in the working room. And he's going to do what he's always done, and that's work it out. He hasn't forgotten about you. He's not angry at you. He's not punishing you. This is just your due season cycle. Be not weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you don't give up. Your due time is coming, but you have to trust in God's timing. He's hardly ever early, but he's never late, which means he's always on time. That means out of nowhere, when you least expect it, when he knows you're ready for what you're waiting for, he shows up. So through it all, be encouraged. Hold your head up, and it's okay to smile, for we bear witness to the light by learning the peace of God and trusting him in the midst of the dark. I'm Pastor Marlon Collins, and this is life.